him up.
Yeah.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the New York Jets. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Newton on first down. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And they work this well upfield across the 45. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about
I think it's the
don't
down.
forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Newton now to throw. Oh, Anderson, what a catch that is. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounce it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Newton, he's going to take a shot for the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Tremble with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Panthers are on the board here first in the season opener. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Now Michael Carter, who played nearby in college in Chapel Hill. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well?
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 20 line. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. The extra point splits the uprights. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They find some open field here. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 75 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action now. Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the
Shit,
opening
I don't know.
drive.
Let me
Just
see.
1 first down permitted and then out.
Let me see.
Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina.
That shit crazy. What the
If that ball
fuck?
goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra
This
yard.
it, this it,
The
this
starting
it.
point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And not a whole lot to speak of there, so bring him down shy of the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Newton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Now Newton. He's got a man, and that's Alex Erickson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Newton. Flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Newton now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, is what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Pass incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Wilson. Man open, here is Crowder. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Newton. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action with Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. He's going to look deep for more. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 62 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Play action. Now Wilson. This one caught by Crowder. There he goes right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jamison Crowder. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. The Cam's throw is caught here by Anderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Newton. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Newton. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson, as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now here's a timeout, as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson escaping the pressure right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
It's Wilson. Uncorks one for Davis. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt running right through him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now, after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Big yardage that time for the Jets. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie J.C. Horn. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Flush to his right. Cam wisely hitting the deck at the end as he slides and has the first as well.
We just saw a nice example of how teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. 2nd and 11 now. They'll try the air now with Newton. Eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and it'll be fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out to Cole on the right side. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Wilson's throw complete there to Moore. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way. Maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading.
Again, he finds Moore. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. 148 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
And Carl Lawson signed with the New York Jets in March of 2021 after 5.5 sacks with Cincinnati in the 2020 season. He was a 3-down player for the first time in his career last year. Now he gets to work with new Jets head coach Robert Saleh, hoping to double those numbers and getting the quarterback on the ground.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Panthers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. J.C. Horn, the first defender taken back in April, there on the stop defensively. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing is Wilson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Wilson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Coleman, the 1st down and a little extra. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Saints back at the 31. Brian Burns in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Here's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off near his own 48, and they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. There's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. 2nd down and goal. Wilson complete on the quick throw to Moore. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Panthers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously fall...